everybody wants to be. My hair was such a mess, I just didn't feel like doing it. So I just put this on. It's just crazy. It's crazy. I have crazy hair. Crazy hair. Crazy hair. Let's go. I don't want to go. Oh, I don't want to run. I don't want to. I woke up late this morning. I cried before bed. And I cried because we watched the movie. But I'm so tired. How's your daughter, Pat? Patricia. We didn't do a live last night. No, we didn't. And the reason why we didn't, we were planning on it, but my daughter came over, my oldest with her friend, and we sat and just chatted all night. Dan was like, let's do it live, you know? Let's do it live. I'm like, your daughter's here. I'm talking to them and their friends. Well, I mean, that's our job. I know, but so is it being a mom. Her daughter obviously came over because she wanted to socialize with her mother and maybe a little bit with her father, you know. So I said, I'm not doing live. I want to hang out with my kid. So he was a little pissy about it, you know what I mean? A little pissy, but I was like, I don't care. She hasn't done that in a while, so I was enjoying it. If she did it all the time, then I'd be like, oh, girl, I got shit to do. But she hasn't come over since a long time like that. She actually wanted to be at her house. Weird, you know? She hasn't wanted to be at her house in a long time. Her and a friend came over with beer. They're like, we came to drink beer at the house. I was like, all right, let's drink. So anyway, it was fun. Fun. Remember, tap on the TikTok and double tap on the YouTube. Lieutenant Dan, what's up? So tonight, I said we have all weekend, you know? We have all weekend. We can go and we'll do live tomorrow. It's not the end of the world. You know what I mean? Look, I'm spending time with my kid. I birthed her. Yeah, seriously. Kids overwork. Dan doesn't have the same, Dan is not like that, you know? Dan's not like that. He's just like, oh, okay, we said hi. Let's do our shit. I'm like, nope. And do hi, bye. Hi, Princey. What's up? How's the baby? It's probably like a year old now. Shit. Hi, bye. We miss you. I miss you. Anyway. Yeah, if I can run, you guys can tap and double tap. I ain't in no mood. I slept till 6:30 today, but I went to bed late. My sleep was shitty. I was kind of nauseous. I couldn't tell what it was. I love that, Kathy. Yes, he can tap for me. Get him on TikTok so he can give me all the love. So I watched a movie last night. You added me on Facebook? Good. I watched a movie last night that was so cute but so sad. Dan and I were crying through the whole fucking movie. Dan started crying before I started crying. Shit. I was like, what a pussy. And then I wasn't too far behind. It's called Don't Say Good Luck. Don't Say Good Luck. It's on Netflix. And let me tell you, Adam Sandler's, what's her name? Summer Summer Sandler, whoever it is. Smiley, I don't know. Starts with an S. Sunny Sandler nailed it. Y'all. Summer Sandler nailed it. She is so good, so young, and you are just captivated by her character, which is the whole fucking thing, you know? She killed it. Killed it. Wow. Amazing. But don't watch it if you don't want to cry. Because you're definitely going to cry. My eyes are puffy because I cried. Right? I cried. It was horrible. And so I couldn't decide if I was nauseous from the anxiety. It gave me anxiety, right? I don't want to tell you the story behind it but Sheila, I bet you $100 you'd cry. You're going to cry. We can make that bet. There's no way anybody's getting out of that. Nobody's getting out of that alive. Nobody. I promise you. God damn. And when Dan starts crying first, I'm like, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. I'm going to show him how I can hold back my emotions. Yeah, I lost that bet. Yeah, I lost that. The Notebook. Yeah, this is a different type. Notebook's love. This one's death and sadness. Yeah, death and sadness. And death is always going to get you, especially if you've lost somebody. But I was like determined. I was going to just shit. It's called Don't Say Good Luck. It's on Netflix. It's this Adam Sandler like production. His daughter was in it. It was so good. No, it's not about two sisters. No. It's about a mother-daughter family. Normal, growing up and dealing with death. That hits close to home. Don't Say Good Luck. So if you want a good cry and a cute fucking movie, it's cute and sad at the same time. It's cute and sad at the same time. But Sunny Sandler nailed it. Nailed it. I mean, Dan and I were just like, holy shit, like, she is so good. I mean, I just got sucked into her character. Amazing. So if you can, watch it if you want a good cry. Cha-Cha, what's the one you said? Silver Point. Anybody see Silver Point? Is that what it's called, Chach? Silver Point on, what'd you say? Prime? Good morning, Sherry. Nepotism at its finest. Troll at its finest. An idiot as, sorry. Sterling Point on Prime. She loves it. She wants me to watch that next. It's a series. Sterling Point on Prime, if you have it. Yeah, Jill, animals are tough. But I'm telling you, Sterling, yeah. So if you have Prime and need a series, Cha-Cha said she keeps asking me, have you started that yet? Have you started? No. Have you started? No. Have you? No. I haven't. Don't ask. So that's on my next list. She always kind of gives me the shows to start watching. Is that the one about two sisters? Sterling Prime? Don't Say Good Luck is not about two sisters. I don't know about Sterling on Prime. Sterling Prime. Sterling on Prime. Sterling Point on Prime. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. She told me, yes, it is. That's the one about two sisters. Yes. No. Anyway. So, Sterling Point on Prime is about the two sisters. And then the Don't Say Good Luck is about a horrible fucking tragedy. But beautiful at the same time. God awful. Remember, keep tapping on the TikTok. Double tap on the YouTube. I don't know how there's 60 people and 30 likes when I just constantly talk about it. So, suck my butt cheek. Yeah. So anyway, today's Saturday. I have nothing going on this weekend. Christy's yelling at me because I need to do stuff for our grief book. We have till midnight on Monday to get all our revisions in. So she wants me to do some things and I just forget. So I'm going to try to do that shit. How did Dan's Very Important Live go? Was it yesterday? I don't even remember. Was it yesterday morning or Thursday morning? Days blended. I don't know. I think it went fine. I had it on, but then I was called to duty. And so I couldn't sit and watch it all. Yesterday morning. How's couple therapy going? We have our second therapy on Tuesday. Yeah, you guys, every week, once a week. Yeah. Hi, Maddie. So, he's going to be part of it as long as I need him to be part of it, because it's my counseling. So, as long as I feel like he needs to be there, then he'll be there. And then we'll resort back to just me. And if I need to bring him in, I can bring him in at any point, which I love. I love it that way. And if he wants to get help, he can figure it out himself. But he probably won't, because I'm making him do it. It'll probably, because I'm holding him accountable, Maybe he wouldn't be my ex. And Sheila, maybe, I think I was talking to Jennifer's friends yesterday, and she's really close with her mom. And she was talking to her mom, was blah, blah, blah. I said about your dad. And she's like, yes. And I said, here's the thing. Women get pre and post menopause. Things just click for them. And they decide what's not okay in him after years of allowing it to be okay, right? So I said, I get it, and that's why we're going to counseling. It's good. And she said, yes, her parents were doing the same thing. And I think it's important, right? Because counseling helps, and especially if both people have the will and the desire to fix it and to meet, you have to have love, right? You have to have love. Love's number one. And then from there, it's all the other stuff. And if you have the commonalities, which you do, you just get lost along the way. I think people get lost. Most people get lost along the way. And they either say, nope, this isn't going to work anymore, and they try to fix it, or it's just unfixable, right? Now, some things are just going to be unfixable in some marriages, but mine's not unfixable, right? It's simple. It's just, you've got to do more work. Put the work in. And we're lucky that we both want to, and that doesn't always happen. I just still think it's that Gen X, we fight. We fight, we made a commitment, and, again, we have love, and we didn't do anything too bad to each other. Honestly, counseling tells you things you already know. The difference with, we're all adult, we know, but sometimes we just don't want to deal with it, right? Counseling, and sometimes communication is flawed because you end up talking, then it becomes emotional defense, then it becomes screaming because nobody wants to listen, and then you're triggered, and then you've gone nowhere, right? Counseling allows you to say, hey, these are my problems, and you're forced to listen, right? You're forced to listen to the other person. It's like the counselor's the referee, right? So she says, no, Danielle, listen, and how do you feel, right? So they make us listen and repeat, what did you hear her say, right? So it forces you to actually listen to one another, hi Rita, and respond appropriately without being emotional, right? I think everybody, we all have issues, right? Even going into marriage, we just ignore and think they're going to get better. I think counseling is something you should do for eternity, right? I think counseling is something everybody should do for themselves and for their partner. I think it's therapeutic, and it teaches you to listen and become aware, right? So, I think it's just good in general. And I'm mad that I waited so long. Really, honestly. But you don't necessarily have the time, or think you have the time, or make the time for things. You think it's fine, I'll deal with it later, So, I'm not sure whether there's problems or not. 100% Jamie. My ex-husband had 5 best friends. One was a tall blonde. Yeah, nope. Ex, no. He's not face. Yeah. We don't want men with tall blondes. Or any women. Like, best friends. Here's the thing. I think you must probably remember the story. Dan had this Facebook friend who was female, and they reconnected. They knew each other when they were younger, reconnected, and somebody always ends up getting, right, emotionally attached. And I think there's always different emotional attachments, right? It was entertaining for Dan when I was doing stuff, you know, it got a little spicy. Things, and he was very open about it, right? He doesn't hide things from me. But I trust him enough to know, you know, I trust him enough for him to handle the situation when it gets bad, or if it gets bad. Yes, Daisy, 100%. And because it forces him to listen, you know. Do I think it was cheating? I think, yes, in a way. Cheating emotionally, how about that? Cheating, she obviously, I don't think Dan caught the same feeling she caught. And it was, I'm trying to explain that to him. As you all well know, Dan's hard-headed, right? And I was just trying to say, yeah, I'm starting to get uncomfortable with this relationship. The things that they would talk about, or she would talk about, things that she just, you know, right? It was just, it started making me feel uncomfortable. So I brought it up to him. I was like, yep, you're gonna have to pull the strings. And at first, you know, he didn't understand. And I argued and argued and argued, and we went back and forth. Still didn't argue, defended himself in her relationship. You know I would never cheat. Not the problem. The problem is she has entered into a different phase of the relationship. And, you know, you may not think it's a problem, but it is, you know. It's for her and you, whether you want to see it or not. Long story short, he eventually saw it and understood. I always kept saying, well, what if, right? What if I was doing what you were doing? What if those conversations were happening, right? And with another man. And, you know, he was hard-headed for a while. And then he said, eventually said, I wouldn't like it. I said, all right then. That's my point. I don't care if you talk to her, but you have to pull the plug on what you talk about. It's just uncomfortable. And eventually he did. You know, eventually did. And other things started happening, and they don't really talk anymore. But it does. You have to watch those things. Because my points were valid, and he sees them. You know, and at the time, it's just entertaining for him, right? Because I'm all over the place, and it gave him something to do in the evening time when I was busy doing my thing. Which is fine, but not where it was going. And then she started doing things, and he, you know, was like, okay, you're right. I know I'm right. I'm a woman. I'm a woman. I know what she's thinking. Whether she thinks, yeah, I tell her all the time, you know, I love you. And I said, that doesn't matter. Do it for her, right? At that point, I was like, do it for her. If not for me, do it for her. Because she thinks that there is some sort of, you know, chance, guaranteed, because you're giving her the attention. What got me mad was she would call during date night. And it started becoming like incessantly. Every date night, she knew we were on a date night, and she would start calling. He would answer the phone and leave, right? And I said, yeah, no. You're not choosing her over me. I'm here with you. That's not the difference. You're showing her, right? You're showing her that you're choosing her. She knows we're at date night. And she calls you every Friday night knowing we're here. And you answer. What do you think that does for her? You're with your wife. And I remember when I pointed that out, I allowed a lot, but that one night I was pissed. I was like, yep, and that's when it all came out. I was like, unacceptable, and I'm putting my foot down. You don't answer the fucking phone. To a woman who's in love with you, you're giving her the attention she's looking for, you know? Is he gonna answer? And it gives her that hope. And I said, absolutely not. That's not going to happen anymore. I don't care that you talk to her. But what I care about is what you're showing her. Oh, I was hot on the way home. That was when I said, you're not listening. I trust you, you know. I know you're not gonna do anything with her. I'm hotter than her. You know, I'm younger than her. I know that. I just don't like her thinking she has that control. He came out because he knows. Nope. No, it wasn't. Dan, that too, but it was also her.
Well, everything you said up to that point was after.
Yeah.
But the date night hadn't happened.
Yes, it was. I promise you, because we had gotten a really big argument that night.
How long did we have date night?
We've had it for a long time.
You say so.
I don't remember, but I remember we were at McCooney's.
Oh, well, they don't have full time. You didn't have them.
No, we didn't have them full time.
This is 6-7 years. But you got to tell people she was going through.
It doesn't matter what
No,
she
I know. But I didn't get up and leave.
You did.
And if I did.
You kept saying, I gotta go. I gotta talk to her really quick. And it would irritate the fuck out of me. There's two women who did.
There was sometimes, like.
Dan always feels bad for people, right?
With lawyers and shit.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Right. And that's the kind of thing. You
That's
talk to
what's
her.
going on, too.
You were talking to her up until we left for date night. And you would say, I gotta go. Danielle and I have date night. And then she would call again. It was a control thing, I'm telling you. It was a control thing with her. What she's going through.
I listened.
Yeah, it took a minute. But eventually, it's like using a mallet over his head. And eventually he listened. Dan, Betty, loves, lawyers are counselors, right? In a way. Dan is way too generous. It happens with women. She's not the only woman. It happens with men. And he chooses them sometimes over me. Not all the time, but some situations it pisses me off because I'm like, these people know we're at date night. You should not answer anybody unless it's our kids or the caregiver or, you know, whatever. But you should not answer anybody while you're on date night. Call them back when we get in the car, but when we're at a restaurant together, absolutely not. And people have the nerve to do that, knowing. Because people are selfish. And Dan answers. And Dan's that way. He helps everybody. And sometimes he just doesn't know where to draw the line in the sand. And then that's when I'm like, okay, enough's enough. She knew what she was doing, Sheila. At that point, she knew what she was doing. He is Captain Save a Ho. He's Captain Save a Ho and Captain Save a Bro. Because he does it with men too. Because he feels bad for people. Hot guaps. He feels bad for people. And so he takes people under his wing and feels like he, you know, is the savior. Petals, the men get stupid. You know, men get stupid. I was watching it all along. Sent some pictures. I was like, girl, first of all, you shouldn't be sending that. Second of all, it's a good and bad trait, 100%. 100%. He doesn't see the big picture. You know, Dan is very myopic a lot, and he doesn't, social awareness, right? Social awareness. I call that a big social awareness thing. So anyway, yes, women relationships are tricky, right? Women relationships are tricky when your man's married. So yes. Can you not? Again, social awareness, observation. Hi, Meshi. How you doing? Anyway, Sally should never let you down, Glocks. My relationship and my flirting with guys is open, right? But I'm not doing it incessantly for hours and hours and hours, right? If they talk to me, I respond. Some of it's, for feet, cameos, whatever. It is what it is. It's a paid job. I'm getting paid for it. Anyway, relationships and friendships, it's a lot. I think relationships are difficult. And I'm gonna tell you something. After COVID, pre-COVID, it fucked up a lot of interpersonal relationships. Fucked up a lot of people. And I think people just became very closed, right? They partied, they hung out with their friends during COVID and forgot about everybody on the outside. And then politics got ugly, and the virus was ugly, the masks were ugly, and people just started disappearing from lives. Happened to me, and that's fine. Life goes on, there's a season, right? Everybody has a season. And a lot of seasons went south. A lot of seasons ended. Isolation was ugly. And I think people just downsized. People just downsized. They chose who was the most important at those moments. And it stayed that way. And, you get a bubble and you stay in it. Won't you go get you a therapist? You think I should get myself a therapist? How about if you do it, I'll do it. Right? My brain needs a break. I think everybody's brain needs a break. Freddie, yours especially. You should get off of social media. Yeah. Stop running. You're making me tired. I'm making myself tired, Scott. I gotta pee, so I need a boyfriend? No. I got all... Lord, watch out, Dan's coming.
Is it members?
No.
My shirt's on inside out. But by the way, she had the same thing. I mean, but even more intense. Like 3 years ago with somebody she met on social media. Turns out he was not quite what he represented himself to be, but it did happen. I watched it happen. And there was an emotional connection between them. I saw it. Difference was I was, both pretty open about it. We weren't hiding telephone calls, but it does happen. It's what you do about it, how far you let it go. Bailey, she runs, she's a routinized person. She's got, some mild form of OCD, and for her, she channels that into running and exercising and cleaning. She turns it into, a positive thing. But she is the most consistent runner, most consistent exerciser I've ever seen. She's incredibly consistent. Oh, she's doing incredible. But really, she, like a number of weeks without alcohol. And, you could what you see it's even more pronounced in person. I mean, just it was a little healthier than a month ago.
Dan be feeling like I'm feeling.
What?
You're feeling like I'm feeling on a live when we do it together. I'm always trying to get a word in edgewise, and I want to explain myself, talk. And you do the same thing when I'm in my own lives. You can't wait to get in and open your mouth.
Well, you're talking about me. it's not like you're talking about ancient history. You're talking about my life.
That is ancient history.
So I'm watching. I mean,
Bailey said she hopes to find a husband like you one day.
There's a great song by Adele about that. It actually makes me cry if I'm in the right mood.
Bailey, watch what you watch.
Like you.
Okay, stop.
Great song.
Watch what you wish for.
Yeah, Bailey, just call me at night and we'll knock that crush out really quick.
I love it when people say that. She said he takes great care of us. excuses for his behavior? Of course he did. Is this mocking? Is this called mocking or is this called humiliation? I didn't say it. I just repeated it. So I can have fun with it. If I said it, fine, but I didn't. He said I had my own thing 3 years ago. And he is so delusional. He's talking about, I'm going to tell you, what he's talking about. Yeah, exactly. You told, no. So there was this guy who offered his services 3-4 years ago. And he helped me, right? There's 3 different guys that said, hey, I'd love to get your website up, help you get started, right? And there was a set of young guys that did something with the Fern device. And there was this other guy. And I said, what do you think, Dan? He's like, I don't know. Whatever, This other guy sounded like, whatever. I chose this other guy. And this other guy helped me tremendously. Really nice, sweet. Eventually, of course, a couple years later, turned out that, he just had ulterior motives for everything, right? But he also did a lot. There was no emotional connection with that guy. Dan will keep saying it till he's blue in the face. There was no emotional connection. He was a friend. And I was never turned on by him. There was never anything appropriate. He wanted me, but it was never. He was my best friend. And at the time, because we spent a lot of time business-wise, right? He was my best friend. And it hurt when he turned. And I don't need to go into detail. You treated him like yes, he was like my gay best friend. And I honestly thought he was gay. Honestly, I thought this guy's gay. So I didn't have that emotional connection. He was my best friend. And no way. And it bugs me when he says that because I hate when people tell me how I feel when it's not that way, right? So, and the people who were involved with him, know exactly me, and they know how I felt. He was my best friend. I called him when, I had explosive diarrhea on the way home and had him talk to me to get through it. Dan wouldn't do that, I called when I was irritated with Dan, which he used against me. He would send Dan, fattening treats to fatten him up and get him to have a heart attack. But, he was my best friend. We spent a lot of time together. There was never any emotional attachment at all. And sometimes you think God, it would be nice if I could talk to my husband like this. But there was never, ever an emotional attachment. Ever. Completely not. So anyway, we had that closeness. And you never met him in person. Never met him in person. I never wanted to. It was...
I have to come out and respond to that, but... So, again, there was no...
It's not the same... This is my life.
I know, but let me talk like we're in a counseling session. So let me get it out. You may not have had emotion.
Yes.
Are you honestly going to say...
Did you hear what I said?
But what I'm saying
Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
What did I say? I said he obviously had the connection. If you missed it, I said all that.
Right, but that's exactly what my situation was too. I have no emotion.
But he never sent me pictures, inappropriate pictures. He never did any of that. And he moved on from me really quick to other people when he knew I wasn't budging for him. He treated me differently too. 2 years. 1 year, really close.
Similar to what happened to me.
No, completely different. You guys, Dan, you guys were talking very inappropriately. I never talked that way with him. Ever. Ever. Even Candace is like, Dan, not the same. Not the same. So anyway, no, not the same. What a disaster of a marriage for the world to see. Well, that's what you see. Do you think it's a disaster for us? No. We're not offended by it. We're not intimidated by it. We're not insecure about it. Stop being insecure about yourself. Because obviously, if you're coming on here talking about my marriage, you are insecure about something yourself. So, yes, you missed a ton, but not the same. Completely not the same. And then we were talking about women for him. You know, I was helping him, not with my friends, but some friends, I guess. I was helping him with relationships, helping him with his kids. I was helping him with so much. We were best friends. Different. Anyway, nobody's insecure. It's called a simple observation. It's not simple, Freddie. Not simple. You're just being an ass, right? You're just being an ass because you feel the need to troll social media or come back as a fan to watch. That's a you problem, not me. I just wish you would respect that it's your life. Hi, Mark. You missed your best friend, Dan. Sorry. No, Freddie's gone.
Why?
Because Freddie came back really quick and on a different account. That's why. Freddie came back from a different account. I wish you were aware more of how people work.
100%.
I understand, but I do, and I know the same people come back. When you block them, they're professional trolls, Dan. I think I said that.
This is what's called. This is what's called healthy.
What you don't understand is I say everything you want to say. You just don't listen. You want to say it in your way, and that way you understand it. But I'm saying the same thing. You just don't listen to it. He's been an awful person. Rita said he needed to go. He's been awful. We need a vacation. Izzy, do you know what a stupid suggestion that is? Izzy, do you know anything about my life? Do you know anything about our life? Obviously not, for me to say we need a vacation. For a bit until spam dies down. Spam? Oh. What are you doing? Nate, I couldn't get that clip. I went to click on it and it disappeared. Anyway. He listens to respond. He doesn't listen to understand. Nancy! Yes! Exactly! He listens to respond. He doesn't listen to understand. Exactly. It's exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself. Nancy nailed it. He listens to respond. He doesn't listen to understand. 100%. Because everything he came out to say, I already said it. But he didn't hear it. That's a great observation, yeah. Hi, Gracie. Caregiving desktop. Some only for a bit. Stupid raider spam. What are you talking about? You're only going to be here for a little bit? Huh? You have a radiator spam? You have a raider problem? You have a spamming problem? How do I stay so motivated to work out? Because I like to eat. I like to eat bad things. And, yeah, that's it. That's it. Plus, I've done it for so long that my body just does it, whether I want to or not. I think it's just men. Yeah, I think men, they said men are for Venus, women are for Mars, right? Anyway, no, there were spammers, so I did sub. Oh, sub only. Got it. Nothing wrong with your radiator. Okay, makes sense. I thought you were quickly coming in and leaving. Y'all, it's Member Live right now. You guys can hear it if you ain't members. Because Nate was getting pissed off at the idiots. End of story. Yeah. How much do I run? Hi, Martz. Have you read that book? And it is good. What book? It depends, Gio. Yesterday I ran 2 miles. I was done. And today I'm almost at 3. So lately it's been like 4 miles. It's all over the place. Oh, follower chat. Okay, never mind. Follower chat only. Ha 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 ha. So, am I originally from California? Hell no. Cozy Views. Can you hear the accent? Guess where I'm originally from? Now, this could be very difficult for you because there's a lot of people that talk like this in a lot of different states. But no. No Texas. Hell no. Fucking Tennessee. That is right. Ding, 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 ding. I'm originally from Nashville, Tennessee. Inseminated, born, and lived there until my mama took me away from my family. Stripped me away from all that was good in my life other than my mama. But then I went to that Dan and Ed and, you know, whatever. But whatever. You know what I mean? Nashville, Tennessee, and right here, my mom's side of the family, my dad's side of the family. Well, my mom's side of the family lives there. My dad is sprinkled, some in Nashville and some in New York. So what's my ethnicity? I am a mutt. I've got everything in me. Anything imaginable, I got it, mostly. So my dad's seed, not necessarily my dad's seed, but the men on the Behar side were spreading seeds everywhere. So it's, and that's only answer for, yeah. Watching Broadway Nashville now. Earth Cam. Oh, is it busy? 9, 10, 11. It's 11, starting to get busy, huh? Will I post about the wedding? Yes, on my my third page. Yeah. What do my kids think of you and Dan's conversations? The only thing I can ask is, do you think this is abnormal? This is not abnormal. And do you think we hide that from my kids? Does it look like I can hide anything from my kids? Shit, hide this. Oh, I used to love Gatlinburg. Joy Behar, no, I don't know. We don't know where she came from. She's not a Behar by blood. She's a Behar by marriage, but nobody in the Behar family knows. I asked that. What's the deal with Joy? And then people want to, oh good, you know, don't tell me oh good. I like Joy. People just don't like her because of her politics. But I see nothing wrong with an outspoken woman, whether you believe in her views or not. I think you should look at it differently and look at it like, good for her. She's a strong woman with strong opinions, standing up for herself and women, whether or not she fits your needs politically. People, that's the problem. People hate her. You know, people hate people based on what they believe and how they think, and it's so sad. Like, can you look beyond that? People can't. I can't. You know? You know if a person's a good person whether or not you believe with them or align with them. And some people, whether they're your people or not, aren't good people. Just because you believe in their politics, you like them, but they're not good people. You really want me to get into it? My husband doesn't, so I'll try to be quiet. But if you like Cheetos, you know what I'm talking about. Not a good person. But you like his, oh, Dan said no. Anybody like Cheetos? That orange dye is something. You know what I mean? That orange dye. Anyway. How you doing? In the words of Grandpa, how you doing? I like Cheetos. I don't always like the people who eat them. You know what I mean? I like Cheetos. I like the crunchy Cheetos. But not everybody who eats a Cheeto is a good person. You know what I mean? Get it? Some Cheeto eaters are just criminals. Pedophile. Liars. Cheaters. You name it. Hot Cheetos. I love me some hot Cheetos. You know, I've never really tasted the jalapeno. I should. I love Cheetos. Again, I love everything. You like the hot fries? You're glad the Cheetos person is done. You know, I like Joy because she's feisty. You know, Karen. You know, whether or not I think, you know, some of the things she says I believe, you know, I align with. And there's some things I don't. But it doesn't mean she's still a good person, you know. And I think she's a strong woman. And I value strong women, right? especially if they make sense and they're good people. Jalapeno Cheetos, I don't like the puffs. I love me some Fritos. But I'm gonna tell you, Stacy, Trader Joe's Cheetos, Fritos are the best. Everything but the elote. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. You know what I mean? So good. I love me some Doritos too. It has to be the regular nacho cheese. She is hilarious. She doesn't care. I love that. I love it. And she's funny. She's not a bitch. Yes. But everything but the elote scoops from Trader Joe's better than any Frito. I don't like puffs. I don't like things that melt in my mouth like that. Hell no. I need crunch. I'm a big crunch person. I need crunch with every meal. And I think that's why I've been gaining weight lately. I've been eating. I've been like gaining a pound a day. So I gotta throw away that scale. I love me some Doritos. Nacho cheese. I also like the Frito twists. The honey barbecue. Oh God. Those are amazing. The honey barbecue twists. Fritos. Oh, I can eat me a whole bag of that shit. Yes. I wish I didn't like to eat. I really lifted legs. Toothbreakers. I know everything now. People are like, in this age, we have to worry about creamers. Y'all, we need to worry about crunching because we have tooth problems. I haven't tried the chili Fritos. We do, Dan. That's Dan's favorite. Miss Vicky's jalapeno chips. Valley, he loves those. They're his favorite. I like salty and sweet. The twists, yeah. Tacos, no, I don't like the taco Doritos. The honey barbecue right beside you, yeah. You love the salt. You were burning a lot of calories. No, I'm just hungry. I like to eat. I was gonna say a word, people get mad at me. But I like to eat. I'm an eater. I was anorexic for a while when I was young. And, anorexia morphs into different things, right? You either stay anorexic and don't eat, or you struggle with what you eat and you're always hyper-focusing, or you eat too much, right? Anorexia is a broad spectrum. People see overweight women who are saying they have eating disorders and people don't believe them. They're like, well, you're fat. How can you have an eating disorder? Eating disorders do not define size. Does not define size at all. Can you rate those coyotes? Yes, Nancy, and I still struggle with it. I've been like every day stepping on the scale because the number's bothering me, right? So it bothers me. That's part of the anorexia, right? Body dysmorphia. I have body dysmorphia. And there's so much that comes with anorexia. Quest protein chips are okay. There's just not like a good old processed chip, people always want to say, these protein things, but they're just as processed as anything else. It's still processed. It doesn't eliminate fat. It just gives you more processed protein. And a lot of people, it's hard to break down. The best thing to do is to eat the protein, right? SSRIs, yeah. I never gained weight with SSRIs. Matter of fact, I kind of lost weight and then plateaued. So, can I rate Dos Coyotes? Dos Coyotes is good. But in my lifetime here, I overate it. So it's not my first choice anymore. I like their salads. Dan would probably rate it a 10. And I think most anybody else would too. It's just hard for me because, it's just not one of those tastes I want. It's too much. The shape of my eyebrows was my natural body shape, but they are tattooed. My eyebrows have always been shaped this way. Because my tattoo artist just went along with my natural mold, my natural form before I lost them all. Homemade tortilla chips are good. You're on a GLP one for those Frito twists. And put them on chicken. Put them on chicken, yes. So Troy, you can do that with any chips. You make like a chicken tendy with chips. Yeah, I used to do that with barbecue Lays. In Tennessee, all of a sudden, made it legal, but not here. Legal, T to the H to the cat. I love Chipotle. That's one of the things I can always eat is Chipotle. East Coast person that In-N-Out is not great. No, because I'm not a big fan of In-N-Out. You know, their patties are like a millimeter thick, and it's hungry. Like, I want beef, you know? I want beef, and I'm never full. I'm never full. I don't like their bread, so I just get a protein style double with cheese. But, I mean, I'd rather make my own burgers where I get sustenance, you know? I have Today pizza that is, look, okay, Taco Bell's good. You know, my go-to order with Taco Bell is 2 bean and cheese burritos. God, I love. You bully your husband? Yes. He's so bruised and deflated. He's hiding in the bedroom under the covers right now. Yeah, that's what he does. Olive Garden, not an Olive Garden fan. I like their salad, but that's it. I'm yucking your yum. Yeah. I'm not a bread person. I'm very picky with my bread. And if I don't like it, I'm not eating it. I love, deep fried chimichanga. Too much. Too much. Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is good in a pinch, you know, when you're hungry and you need something kind of healthy. I love their waffle fries. And they have Diet Dr. Pepper with the nugget ice. Can I cook a lasagna? Yeah. I love the potato soup and olive oil. I love me some Mexican food. Slap me down some salty chips with some queso. Fuck, I have to try their kale salad. My friend was eating it the other day. And you know what they do? They put like the grilled chicken in it, shake it up. Yeah, extra milico. What? What's that name? Breakfast burritos at Oscar's. Is Oscar's a place in Sacramento? I used to love Sizzler. Oh my God. Anybody? Sizzler? I used to love to, always had the crab salad with the peas and the fucking mayonnaise. God, I love that. We used to have one in El Grove, and I used to love that fucking seafood salad. I love me some fake crab. Then I would have diarrhea. So I would get the diarrhea because of all that fucking goop in the seafood salad. God, I love me some seafood salad. Still today, my grocery store always has it. Exo Jamil, that's the name. Oh my God. Ooh, seafood salad. Candace, you're going too far. Subway and seafood salad. Bye, Janet. Lobster and shrimp. Sizzler was like a salad bar place. Biscuits and gravy. I like a bite. Hi, Galaxy. What's up, bruh? It was good. Subway. Diarrheas. Yeah, but if I got diarrheas from the fucking Sizzler, you know that would have been explosive at Subway. Nothing good comes out of Subway, Candace. You know that. Don't, for fuck's sake, don't get the tuna. Or she had the seafood salad sandwich. When did fucking Subways have that? Ew. Never had a lobster roll. But I can tell you something. Jersey Mike's tuna, it was a little too mayonnaise-y. I do like Jersey Mike's, but the tuna looked a little too much. I don't like no beer. Oh, no vodka. Just beer today? Okay. You still have Sizzlers? Oh, Oliver. Seafood salad sandwich at the Subways. That's diarrheas. Yeah. So my fear is that if I went, Bridget, and got a lobster roll, I'd be paranoid because I'm a bread person. And if I don't like the bread, I ain't eating it. Have you had a lobster? No lobster. Lobster, no. The bread scares me because I'm very picky about my bread. Yeah, today would I go to Sizzlers? Absolutely not. But back in the day, Dan and I would tear up, and Ed and my mom, because they had one up at their house and they had one here in Elk Grove. Now it's a Big Bear diner. That's like, you know, one plate feeds 5 people. Perfect. So Sue and I, you eat the California roll, never the raw. I love the raw. But that was, it's seafood is fake lobster, fake crab. Yeah. No Subway. Absolute favorite on a buttered toasted brioche roll. Yeah, I don't know. I'm picky about my rolls. I don't know. You know, I ran 4 miles today. Yeah, I ran 4 miles. I've been running this last week 4 miles. Yesterday I was tired, so I didn't, but today I was able to. So I'm very picky. I don't know. You have one? Really? I thought they were all gone. Do you like Panera? No, I hate fucking Panera. You know why? Because I'm always hungry when I leave Panera. And I have a gift certificate to Panera Bread too. So no, we have it, Dan, if you're watching. No, I don't. But there was a lady on the treadmill, and kick her off, motherfucker. Whoa! I'm picky with bread. Very picky with bread. And you know what I could do for the lobster roll? I can bring my own. I have to cook my sourdough today. If he did enough tapping, yes. But get him on TikTok. I love real crab too. Sherry, simmer your panties. But when an all else fails, I love me some artificial crab. What type of dessert can you not pass up? Like not candy, dessert. Dessert. What can I pass up? Like a funfetti cake. I love me some funfetti. I love me some funfetti cake. If I have funfetti cake, God yes, I'll take it. I can't pass that up. Cheesecake is very hard for me. I love cheesecake. Very hard for me to pass up. Brownies. Love me some brownies. I love the corner brownie parts. The crunch. Oh, God, love me some of that. Remember J.J. Norris? No. Because back in the day, Gina, I never went to Florin Road. Because I was scared. Yeah. No. Cold one with mayo. I don't know. That doesn't. Oh, I love me some banana pudding. Oh, banana pudding with vanilla wafers. Oh, my friend makes it. Every year she has a fish fry. And I always say, I ain't coming unless you have your banana pudding. And then I walk away with it. God! Operator Dave remembers JJ. No, I didn't go off of Florin Road. Dan went, he had a client who owned a restaurant, a Vietnamese restaurant there. And we went, because he loved, I forgot what it was called. Oh, I think I do. But he used to go a lot with his business partner. I love anything banana. God, I love banana pudding. Does she use vanilla wafers? Because if it's not with vanilla wafers, it ain't a banana pudding. Cheese doodles. Costco pumpkin pie. Hometown buffet. That is just gross to me. I cannot operate a day. Hometown buffet. Ed used to love it. Ed used to love the hometown buffet. Ed used to love any buffets. The buffets for Ed were amazing. He would go and then put a pocket full of cookies on the way out. And he would keep the cookies in his car, right? Every time I love nothing but cake. Red velvet with cream cheese frosting. Yes, please. I love me some red velvet. Cinnamon rolls. But you have to have cream cheese frosting on them. And they have to be gooey and they have to be doughy or else I won't eat it. Cheesecake's so good. So Ed, little tidbit for Eduardo. Yeah. He used to steal the cookies, right? He never thought they were stealing, right? Because he paid for them. He just lined his pockets with them. He would put them in napkins and put them in and then he would put them in his glove box for the kids, or if he wanted something on the way home, right? He would eat his little cookies. He would go to the banks would take them. He would wrap them up, do the same thing. He would come home and try to give the kids cookies. They were hard as a fucking rock. Ed loved everything hard. It was either in the stale as fuck or it was in the freezer. Long John Silver is still open on Stockton. It is. Yes. God, Long John Silver. My grandpa used to love to go to Long John Silver in Asheville. There was one in Bellevue right by his house, and he would get the hush puppies. And I don't know what else he would get. Obviously, some fish or something. I don't remember that. But I remember him getting the hush puppies. Yeah. 3-day-old buffet cookies. Yeah, or bank cookies. Yeah, the kids were always like, Grandpa, these are hard. He goes, yeah, they're great. I'm surprised he has any fucking teeth left. You love latkes and applesauce. Don't put any applesauce on my latkes. And latkes have to be like a hash brown. Very crispy and salty. With ketchup. Thank you. Best Swedish sandwich cake. Swedish sandwich? Is that like a meatball sandwich? A meatball cake? No, I never understood. Even with pork chops, my friends always say, pork chops and applesauce. Does anybody know where that came from? Because I didn't know until they told me, because they always say it. Pork chops and applesauce. Never been, you like it with sour cream? No. Don't give me latkes with anything but ketchup. McDonald's and their apple pies, the fried, yeah, Brady Bunch. How did you guys know that? I didn't know that. Yeah, my friends say it all the time on Zoom. Pork chops and applesauce. I don't understand anything with applesauce. No. I don't like applesauce. No sour cream. Yeah, you guys, you're killing me with that. But I love like a fried hash brown, you know, deep fried. McDonald's hash browns. Yo, come on. McDonald's hash browns have the best orgasmic. Like, I cannot handle the taste of that processed oil, 5-day-old oil, processed everything in it. God, it's so good. Ugh. God, I love McDonald's hash browns. McDonald's has some good breakfast. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. They do. We had one on the way home from San Diego. Tony Baloney's pepper steak and meatball sandwiches. That's a lot. Tater tot casserole. I've never made one, but my friend just made one the other day. I love pickle chips. I tell my food secrets. I tell my food how much I love them. Have you had chocolate gravy and biscuits? No. No. Never had that. Here's the thing. They're exactly the same. They're awesome. Don't believe it. No, Laura, I've tried every hash brown, frozen hash brown there is, and nothing beats a good deep fried McDonald's hash brown. So, you know what I mean? I'm not going to believe it. I'm not going to taste it because I bought them all. And I like everything. I mean, that's the problem. My palate likes everything. Well, not everything. I don't like semen. I don't like vagina juice. I don't like ball juice. I don't like any of that. So, you know. I like a good deep fried chip. I like some... Yeah, I don't like liver. I don't like liver. I don't like, well, I gotta be careful because then people are, I was catching people before they said, oh, you like semen? No ball juice. She looks like my third wife, but only been married twice. That's funny. I like that one. Anyway, so I was just trying to help you all who's saying you're hungry. Just imagine vagina juice. Well, some of you will like that, make it hungry. Or ball juice. Or semen. I know some of you like semen too, but you know, I don't. So, deep fried Twinkies. Never had one. Never had a deep fried Twinkie. I love a good cookie too. Like a good soft, ooey gooey cookie. Good, soft, break apart. My friends, if you're in Staten Island, you got to go to Problem Baker. The best. Why is it slippery? I'm going to slip off something slippery on here. Oh, shit. I stepped in cat vomit. Now it's on my... Yep, just stepped in cat vomit.
Cat vomit karma.
And I was wondering why I was slippering. Vomit shoe. Yeah. What do you do if Dan hits your face? With his penis or his balls or his hands? I don't know. Thanks, Mary Berry. Yeah, what part? What part? I don't know what you're talking about. You gotta be more specific, Matt. Semen. We don't get that far. We don't get that far. I've never had semen in my face, Matt. It's never been something I've been into. And Dan's never wanted semen in my face. So no, we're good. I can say I never, ever, ever have had semen on my face. Ever. Now I know some of you can't say that. I won't ask who, but I know some of y'all nasty fucks out there. I heard semen is good for your face, though, Matt. I heard it's a good moisturizing, tightening. They should bottle semen. No, you nasty. You fucking nasty. Sherry, when it hit your face the next day, was it tight? You had one face that was tighter than the other. What do you do when it hits your face? Like, you're like, oh, thanks, babe. I mean, what? Not on purpose. I mean, where is he shooting it, Daisy? Like, sour herring? Herring is just bad, whether it's souring or good. Isn't herring sour anyway? Herring with onions. God, my grandparents. Oh, God, you brought back a bad. Is that what they eat in Sweden? Oh, herring. God, herring. Not good when it gets in your eye. Do you go blind? Stomach? Matt, if you can't make the stomach, bruh, you got some aiming problems. Because it's very simple. You know, you aim down or you shoot out. I mean, come on, you need to work on the aim. Nobody wants any of that shit in their face. Tuna out of the can? Yeah, I don't know. Herring. Yeah, I just smell the vinegar and the onions. He was shooting for your breast. Aiming problems. It's like the boy who can't make the pee in the toilet, you know? Sour herring. Is herring sour anyway, right? Like, I just remember it in a jar. My grandparents. Oh, fuck. They used to eat it with bread. Liver, too. Liver pate. Liver. Like, pate, you know? Then they put it on the bread. Oh, liver and onions, too. I couldn't do it. No. I'm very vanilla. Hi in Newfoundland. Gefilte fish. Dan loves him some gefilte fish. Dan loves gefilte fish. Gefilte fish, no. There's been times where I thought I liked it, and there's times that I don't. It's weird. I don't know. Gizzards. I have friends who eat gizzards. Yeah. Hi, Jennifer. Salmon patties. Salmon patties come from Trader Joe's. Grandpa likes them. What one? Say fast. Gefilte fish? Now I want some salmon. Yeah, you can. Salmon? I didn't say salmon. Did I? Gefilte fish? That's not salmon. Liver and onions once a week. Oh, can't do the liver and onions. And the smell was so god awful. My grandma used to make it because my Uncle Leo loved it. Ugh. And it used to, I remember when I was little, do you love to swallow? No. How does Dan feel about me talking about it? Dan just shakes his head and thinks, Lord have mercy, what else is my wife going to say? I said salmon. What did I say salmon? I didn't say salmon. I said liver, gefilte fish, herring. None of those are salmon. They're whitefish. Do I love my husband? Sometimes. Some days, you know, there's some moments that I look and say, do I really love him? Like, is that why I'm still here? I mean, I question it. If you haven't, salmon patties. No, somebody said, well, because somebody said, now I want salmon. Sherry did. And I was like, I didn't say anything about salmon. So, and then I said salmon patties because you guys ketchup mustard. It has gold semen in it. Ooh, yum. Then I like gold semen. Liver pudding? Kevin, in Newfoundland. What are you guys eating out there? Nothing good. Yeah, now Sherry, there, everybody's thinking I said salmon. I like gefilte fish with horseradish. The horseradish. There's my, I love bull semen. Oh, I like, is that why it said Red Bull? It's Red Bull semen. It's sugar-free. The horseradish, I love the purple horseradish. And really doesn't make it any difference. Is purple different than white? But it tastes different than white. So I like the purple. God, I love me some purple horseradish. Even with steak, you gotta have, Dan and I used to make a mixture with horseradish. What else did he put in it? Sour cream. Dan, what did you put in your horseradish? Anyway, God, I love me some steak with my My mouth is watering. Yeah, purple has beets in it. But most people say it doesn't taste any different, but I think it does. Would make a tongue. Yes. My grandmother would get tongue at the deli. And it would be literally like sandwich slices of tongue. And you could see the tongue. What? No, thank you. Crispy whitefish with Old Bay seasoning. Do you know I use Old Bay seasoning for everything? I use Old Bay seasoning for everything. I love Old Bay seasoning. I love it. I love seasoning. I have Slap Your Mama. I have all different ones that people have sent Ed over the years. I love seasoning. Slap Your Mama. Cod, trout. You eat beaver? Kevin eats beaver. I bet you do, Kevin. I bet you do. Or did. Are you really borscht? Not my thing. But today, borscht I could probably eat because I love beets. So, but back in the day, my grandma used to drink that. Borscht, you know. But today I could probably do it. You love pickled cow tongue? Yeah, see, I could never save the beavers. That's why I have a shirt. Does mine say save the beavers? What does it say? What does my shirt say? I love beavers. Watch out for the beavers. Save the street beavers. Yeah, can you still buy cow tongue? Is that still a thing? Is that still a... Yeah, I took oysters raw and fried. I can't swallow. You know, anybody who can eat an oyster can swallow. Yeah, save the beavers. Hi, Ames. Save the beavers. Lamb's tongue? Really? I couldn't do it. It looks like a fucking tongue. I don't like tripe. It looks like a tongue. How can you eat it knowing it looks like a tongue? I can't eat anything that looks like a tongue. If she doesn't swallow, she's not eating tongue. Or oysters. And I don't lick anything that I like similar to what I have on my body. That's a no-no too. No tongue. I don't use my tongue for anything but to eat and to lick a lollipop. A real lollipop. Yeah, no. No, thank you. No, thank you. I love me some brisket. I do love me chicken feet. Y'all don't even start with me in the chicken feet. I saw them one time at Costco. Chicken feet. A whole fucking tray of chicken feet. What? Who's eating that shit? Blue balls. Rocky Mountain oysters are blue balls. Well, what are the oysters? Who's eating Rocky Mountain oysters? Has anybody eaten blue balls? I know in Thailand they eat chicken feet. But where are we in Thailand? Why are we having them in the States? Why were they at my fucking... They had nails. They had nails on them. Chicken lips are nice. Chickens don't have lips. They have beaks. The French use chicken fetuses? Well, foie gras. It's foie gras. With hot sauce. What are you talking about? Did you see the chicken feet? They had nails on them. And they had like little hairs on the feet. I said, what in the fuck? So, chicken lips. You give them to your dog. Raw. You touch them. Fuck no. Shredded up tongue in a taco. Nate, are you being funny? What? Chicken hearts. Tongue tacos were awesome. Tongue tacos. Y'all. Sandy, think about what you're saying. Tongue tacos. Who puts their tongue in a taco? Do you? I ain't eating no tongue taco. I ain't using no tongue for a taco. I'm not a taco eater. I like burritos. You are a problem for your husband. And he's a problem for me. You can't order. What can you order at KFC? Cow tongue. What? Did who bump her head? Sandy? She did. Yeah, she did. C enjoys tongue tacos. Celeste. Moose Knuckles. You eat some new. I gotta clean this shit up. Moose Knuckles. Kevin is on a roll today. He's on a roll with all sorts of things. They cook the cow tongue. Tongue tacos are the best. And women are saying that. Laguna tacos are huge here. Tongue tacos? Fuck no. No, I don't know. I don't know. Who's eating? Matt's eating tongue tacos. Matt's tongue in the taco before he eats it. Right, Matt? He's tonguing the taco before he eats it. Celeste, before you eat the taco, are you tonguing it? I feel like you got to give it a tongue before. Lenga. 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 Let me use my lenga for your taco. Do you have lenga tacos? What do you do with your taco before you eat it? Do you lenga the tacos? No. Yeah. What? Lengua. What? You eat reindeer meat. You eat the poor reindeers? What's Santa gonna say about that? Lenga. You don't like to see it whole? Yeah, because you're licking a fucking taco, Celeste. No wonder. I'm craving tongue. I want me some tongue. If you said that to your husband, baby, you want some tongue tonight? He'd be like, yeah, where you want it. Tongue. Lenga. Lengua. Whatever. Tacos. Yeah, I'll tongue your taco, baby. No, that never is going to come out right. Right? There's no way you can say that without laughing or somebody saying, yeah, I'll tongue your taco. Rudolph. You ate Rudolph's cousin. You're eating the reindeer's cousins and family members. Galaxy. That is not okay. We don't eat Rudolph's. That's sad. Poor Rudolph. Fried Rudolph. Do you fry the Rudolph? Fucking Kevin in Newfoundland is eating fucking beavers. He's eating mooses. Meese. What's the plural for moose? Meese? Mooses? Christmas is ruined. Next thing you know, Galaxy is going to be like, yeah, I also nibbled on Santa. What? Who's here? Hello? No, we ain't nibbling on. Meese. Just moose. Moose-eye? I hear a big truck somewhere. Moose-eye. Like fungi is plural for fungus. My husband ate gizzards. Ugh, God, a little tongue. He liked a little tongue on the taco. Oh, shit. Good old H. Like to eat the tongue. Like the tongue with his taco. You don't eat Santa? Okay, good. That's good to know. I'm just assuming if you're eating his reindeers, you might be drinking beer with Santa and then eating the reindeers. Please tell me that Grandpa's not eating. Grandpa. Please, well, he is a grandpa. Is Santa a grandpa? Please tell me Santa is not eating reindeer too. Because that would just put me, that would ruin the whole vision for me, my whole fantasy of Santa. And I don't believe in St. Nicholas, but I believe in the miracle of Christmas. Does that make sense? I love believing. It's moose, or if it's male, it's bull moose. Oh, I didn't know that. You did eat reindeer? God. Eating gizzards are like eating rubber bands. I don't know. Do you swallow them? Santa eats tacos. Does Santa have any kids? If he has kids, then you know he eats tacos. Does he have kids? Maybe hot chocolate for Santa. I love Santa. I love the vision of Santa. Think Santa don't eat reindeer. Okay, good. Because that would be really sad for me. If he ate the reindeer, I'd be really sad. I'm a pescatarian, but moose is actually delicious. Is pescatarian fish only? I forgot. Bullied by my mom. Are the elves his children? That's good to know. Are the elves Santa's children? And if so,
He loves tacos because he got busy. And fall you eat rabbit, goose, mushrat, a partridge in a pear tree. You eating all of Christmas. Kevin in Newfoundland is eating Christmas. Smacking reindeer is so good. Smoked reindeer is so good. What does it taste like? What's reindeer taste like? Chicken? Beef? Kevin's eating he's eating Christmas. What about the 2 turtle doves? Right. What's a mushrat? We're eating rats. Okay. Beaver I can understand. But you're eating rats. Who's married Charlie's principal? Deer meat. Reindeer. Well, it's a deer. Oh, like venison? Is venison deer? Reindeer is very lean. You raise rabbits to butcher. Rat meat is the best meat you can eat. Get the fuck out of here. You had me at Democrat Warrior, but get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Rat meat. What's grouse? Yeah, I want to know. Hell no. I ain't eating no rat. I don't care. I feel like we passed over C's comment too quickly. Way too quickly. Did you notice how she glossed over that? What in the world? No, thank you. How about goat brains? No, I'm good. Reindeer meat's healthy, high protein, low fat. Okay, I can get down with that. I can get down. Celeste, where's Celeste? Celeste, you still here? She hiding out. She's hiding. She hiding. She does that. Celeste like stirs the pot and then she leaves. I look like a native before Columbus showed up. Yeah, I'm pretty old. I get that. He better stay away from those misfits. Santa, he should. Santa, watch out for Kevin in Newfoundland. Santa, can you hear me? He be eating Christmas. Partridges in a pear trees, reindeers, 2 turtle doves. I don't know about this guy. He's on the shit list. Reindeers. Who's it? Galaxy. And what? I forgot. Hold on. Norwegian. No, you're not Norwegian. Where are you? Galaxy. Where are you from? I forgot. Shit. Where is he? You're somewhere over there. He's eating the reindeers. He's eating your cousins of the reindeers. Rudolph's cousins. Did Andrew ever eat the duck? No. Andrew didn't. A waste of a kill. Sweden. That's right. I knew you were Swedish. Those Swedish people like reindeer. Watch out. Protect the crew. The reindeers. Protect the reindeers. Protect your people. Or taco and a pear tree. And a taco and a pear tree. You know, you got to be careful eating tacos and pear trees, Chad. That's a dangerous combo. For the people eating the tacos and the pear trees, because being in a tree is dangerous in and of itself, and you can't eat a taco in a tree. I wouldn't advise it. Common and Cupid and Blixen, don't eat doves. Don't eat doves. Doves, they shit a lot, don't they? Fucking shit on your head. How about fresh Parmesan with spaghetti with fresh mozzarella? I do love me some, you know what I love? Fresh mozzarella, basil, and tomatoes. Fresh tomatoes. Duck, I don't know. Y'all, I'm a creature of habit. The older I get, the less I want to experiment with everything, you know? Everything. I don't need no more dicks. I don't need no more sex. I don't need no more bullshit. I don't need no more. What else I don't know. There's a lot of shit. It's a long list of shit. I like venison. Those venison beef sticks are pretty good. Bronzino with balsamic glaze, yes. Escargot I've had. My dad used to like to feed me with food. My dad was a foodie. And so I've had escargot. Would I eat it again? Hell no. Hell fucking no. I don't eat brains. I don't eat tongue. I don't eat cheeks. And I don't eat penises. And I don't eat balls. And I don't eat oysters. And snakes. Nobody said snakes. I don't eat beavers. No, I don't eat beavers. I'm not a coochie eater. Never been, never have. I can say I have never, ever had semen in my face. And I have never, ever licked a coochie or eaten a taco with hair. Ever. That's it. That's it. Never ever. Nor would I want to, nor have I any desire to. And I've been under the influence a lot, and never have I ever. It's been presented to me, and never have I ever, ever, even in certain situations. No, thank you. Vaginas scare the fuck out of me. I don't know how you men do it and why you think they're beautiful, but they are scary as fuck. Don't like them. I don't like them. They're ugly and they scare me. They scare me. And the fact that people don't find them petrifying is like really concerning to me. I bet you're a picky eater at a young age. I'm still picky, Matt. I'm still a picky eater. No taco for me. No, that's never been something. I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know how you guys and why. Because have you ever seen those things? Have you ever seen them? Have you ever really looked up close and seen really those? Did you guys see on the news? Did you see on the news just recently there was a guy who something with an octopus, he caught it or the octopus caught him and he couldn't get the octopus off his face? That's vaginas to me are like that. Like you never know the suction they're gonna have, right? Did you see that? It's like on the news or something. Is that real? Is that real? That was awful. That's what vaginas remind me of. Like, gentlemen, beware. Like, they may suck your face off. I don't know. They look like you saw it on Pornhub. That's not there. Yes, suction cups. I mean, if that doesn't scare you, I don't know what does. What if I was down there and something crawls out? Matt, think like if like a hand just came out and was like, "Hey, baby, you're missing the spot, dude." What if like a tooth just starts coming down? You know, I mean, you just don't know. It's just a very weird creature. It's like an ocean creature. You know, you just don't know if you're right in it, looking at it. I mean, it could change. You know, hairy lips. It's got beards. It's got upper lip hair. I don't know. It's got different things going on down there. I don't know. I mean, you guys are brave to touch it, to look at it, to engage with it, to talk to it, to pet it. No. No, no, no. Good luck. Especially with women over 50. Women over 50, you're taking a risk. Don't look too close. Don't look too close. Just don't go near it. She doesn't know what she wants, and it could be like that octopus coming out of that fucking ocean, suffocating you and shit. And especially if she's holding some grudges, you don't know what she's gonna give you. So I would just stay away from her. Yeah, I would just stay away. Your girlfriend is 52. Is it different with females, lesbians? I don't know. Do you like her vagina? Just be careful because she's still angry. And if she's not in full menopause, you never know what she's going to morph into. But I got to keep it rated. My comment is X-rated. Nancy, and I'm not. Girl, get the hell out of here. We're talking about barbacoa's cheek meat. I had barbacoa the other day for the first time in a long time. I forgot to tell you. Because everybody was telling me it was cow brains, and then I had to be enlightened that it wasn't. I'll take a cheek. It was fine. No tongue, though. I would say, oh, yeah. No. U.S. colonized space and aliens stuck on face. Man died of vagina suffocation. Vagina was angry. She was sad. And she had a lot of emotions on this day. There was warning signs to avoid close contact, but deceased did not pay attention. It's alive, Cheryl. I promise you. She's alive. She's alive. She's alive. No, she's there. I mean, I don't know if she has feeling at 60. Some women claim that it's dead, right? But if I'm going to give you some hope, if you wipe yourself and you feel it, she still has potential to get aroused. Okay. Now, if you're wiping and you don't feel a damn thing, you're completely news. I was reading that. You're completely like numb down there, then she dead. She dead. Just she ain't alive anymore. But if you feel it, there is potential. Always potential. A bidet. I've heard bidet. Girl, try the bidet on it. It might awaken her. A lot of people are saying that the bidet has awoken the good old coochie hoochie. You love the bidet. Mabel, you're not allowed to use my toilets in my house because every toilet has a bidet. Mabel will be staying in there for a while. Mabel, get out. You've taken too long. Girl. Shit. Bidet. Yes, if you wipe more than once, it's foreplay, probably, if you're starting to feel something. And if you keep on wiping until your body goes in convulsions, girl, you did it. You awoken her. Yeah, Mabel's not allowed to use anybody's bidets because she loves them. So for those of you who want to awaken the downstairs neighbor, get you a bidet and experiment with it. A go to vagina. I don't want to put any cards on my vagina. Jan, what you talking about? My vagina is not going to be card. It's not handing out any cards. It ain't handing out any invitations either. Shit. You guys trying to make me work. Work. No, thank you. Bidet. Yeah, I'm saying it like Dan. Bidet. Mabel likes the bidets. Tony, you need to get yourself a bidet. All you single ladies out there, get yourself a bidet. Yeah, unless it's credit. Credit or debit, I'll take. It's no fun, though. You know, for those of us who manage the money, you know, people say, well, take your husband's credit card. I'm paying for it, right? It's not fun if Dan buys me a present with the money we use, right? Like, it's not a present. I might as well have bought it myself. So, I don't want anybody's, I mean, it would have to be a stranger's card, credit or debit. My husband doesn't even have a debit. Never has. He's never had an ATM. Right? People are like, take your husband's money and go. I have it all. Like, I have it all. But I can't just go with the money because he's like, that's all you get, you know? I mean, it's not like I can blow it and then be like, okay, baby, I'm waiting for my next deposit. Shit. It's unfair. Like, I think, don't buy me a present unless you have some other money on the side that I don't know about. And then you can buy me a present. the handheld shower. And no uterus, no ovaries, no thyroid. So there's that. She still has feeling, Mabel. You just said you like the bidet. Girl, you don't need a uterus to get off or ovaries. Shit. Yeah, so it's not fun. It's like, oh, I'll buy you something, and then it's on the credit card. I'm like, don't do that. Don't buy me a gift. Why doesn't he get a job? Well, because he likes his wife to support him. Your being is not connected to your ovaries, your fallopian tubes, am I Arabic? Oh, probably a little bit. Yeah. Him being a lawyer, I thought you would two have separate accounts. No, he's not a lawyer anymore. There's no more big lawyer money. I mean, when there was big lawyer money, it was fun. I didn't care. It was like, buy me a present, bitch. We got so much money, I don't know what to do with it. Now it's like we budget. You have to budget. He has no idea what I have in the accounts, honestly. Like, he has no idea if we have $100, if we have $2, if we have $20,000. He has no idea what we have, except he knows what he has, right? But he has no idea what I have to use 4 bills for the household. He doesn't know how much our household bills are. He doesn't know anything. I do it all. Literally, if I died tomorrow, he would have no fucking clue. And then he would die of a heart attack because he'd be like, fuck, what is she doing?
That's a confidence boost.
Because you have an eye booger. You're
Ow.
like, well, stuck on your fucking
was
face.
Scab or
No,
something.
it was a green eye booger. You have no idea. You're like your dad. I remember Ed, like, so unaware. And I remember you getting mad at your dad at times. Because you're like, Dad, you just don't live in the fucking times. The times shit's expensive. And Dan's now that way. What? How much is that? That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. How much money are you spending? What?
I mean, this is at least, I mean, 20 years ago.
It's today. Because if you looked at what our bills are, you would die. I tell them every month, this is how much money we need to live. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. But then he wants us to support our kids.
I don't talk like that.
You do. What the fuck? Yeah, car insurance is expensive. Homeowners is expensive. All that shit like doubled. Doubled. He's kept me at the same, like, back in the day he would write me, he can't stand money. This is the thing that drives me nuts, right? He used to write me a check every month, right? Back in the day when he had the money and he would give it to me and he would say, this is the amount you pay for the bills. Every month. And it was like that for 10 years. I'm like, dude, cost of living increase. Now, figure it out. Figure it out. Groceries. Do you know how much groceries are? Fuck. You know what he used to tell me? I don't get a cost of living increase. You don't either. Fuck. Gas. Do you know how expensive gas is here in California? God, it's expensive to live here. Look, he sighed. How many more sighs can you do before you get in the fucking house? Give me one for good measure. There we have it. And that's why I think he doesn't ever want to know, because it puts more pressure on him, in all honesty. It's expensive. It went up from, yeah. I mean, if I told you how much my homeowners is, you would die. Hello? Thank you for the gifts. Yeah, like just insurance alone, what I pay for 5 cars. I pay for 5 cars. Eeny, meeny, miny, won't catch a tiger by its tail. If he has 5 cars. So imagine how much that is a year. Homeowners, and I have 3 properties. Why 5 cars? Me, Dan, Hannah, Andrew, Jennifer. 5 cars. Yeah, let's not talk about electric bills. My electric bills is about, my electric bills are about $500. Because I'm all electric here. This house. Everybody around me has propane, but I have just electric. Why do we pay for the adult kids? Because we pay for them because they're still in school and my husband wants them not to have loans. That's why we pay for them. Yeah. We pay for our kids because we can, and we do. That's why. Yeah. 3 properties, rich people problems. And that's unfortunately what you see in Texas. You don't take into account that's retirement, right? That's our retirement. You got to think about that. Like, my husband's has been self-employed. So you might have a retirement account, like a 401k and all that stuff. We have properties. And we used to have 5, 6. That was rich people problems. So we sold them because my husband wasn't working. So we used our retirement. And 3 properties is not a good retirement. So before you say shit like that, you should really think. I keep my house at 67 degrees. Only $300. Yeah, no. If we kept our house at 67 degrees, um, it would be like $800 a month or $1,000. Yeah, it would be expensive. My house is 3,800 square feet, so it's a lot. Yeah. So my property, I think my homeowners on this house is about $5,000 a year. Yeah, on this house, 6,000. I don't remember exactly, but it's $5,000 or $6,000 a month, a year. Yeah. Not to mention the property taxes here. This house is a very expensive property to keep up, to maintain. Yeah. I mean, even though my house is paid off, the property taxes alone are like rent. Yeah. Is Dan pissed off? Why did he go in? You were kind of giving him the business earlier. Dan doesn't like to talk finances. It stresses him out. He could care less if I was talking about his semen on my face, but Dan doesn't like to talk finances. It stresses him out. Gives him anxiety. I have another house that I rent out, and it's not paying me a damn thing. I'm getting ready to evict him. Oh, I've had those people too. Yeah. Tennessee is expensive, Linda. Tennessee's gotten expensive. Yeah. My aunt is getting ready to buy a house, and it's $1 million. Back like 15 years ago, it probably would have been $350,000. The cost of Nashville has gone up a lot. Yeah. Yes, $6,500 in Florida. Yeah, I live in Texas. It's not like cheap to live in a 3-bedroom house. Yeah. So like I have a house and I rent it out for about $3,000 a month. And it's a big property, but rentals aren't that expensive. And Dan's office, same thing. So it's very, 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 where we live specifically is not high rent. Yeah. You know what I mean? So when Ed passes, are we going to downsize? I don't want to downsize, but eventually we're going to have to because it's too expensive. I don't know, get solar. Dan won't get solar from a company. The only way Dan would get solar is if we could buy it outright. Yeah, he would never want to put solar on our house without it being our own. For whatever reasons, you can ask him why. He's very specific about the contracts and selling, resale, and all that stuff, and it's just too complicated. So I don't know. We're in Sacramento. So like Bay Area, you get more money, right? Bay Area is higher. Sacramento is not as expensive as you think. So when you're thinking, oh, you have 3 houses, it's relative, right? The area in which you have them are relative. We couldn't sell all of our properties and retire still. It wouldn't be enough to retire, to live off of. Facts of life. Good morning, Lulu. How are you? So anyway, yeah, way higher. Lord knows, she just moved here. I mean, it's cheaper here than it is in the Bay Area, 100%. Bay Area is double. Like my house in the Bay Area would probably be $3 million or more. Because I have 2 acres and you can't find acreage, right? So my house would probably be about 3 million, depending. Yeah, honestly, in the Bay Area, it's not that much here. So Southern Texas will reduce your homestead. It's not recommended to put on homes. No. Mm-mm. Mine's 2 million Bay Area. Yeah. So it just, depends. Like my mom and Ed sold their house in Campbell. 26 years ago. And I don't even remember how much they sold it for. They sold it for like under 5, like right at 5 or something. And then they built their house up here. But yeah, today that house, well over $1 million. You're living off of $3,000 a month in Sacramento? God, that's hard. I wish I was living off of $3,000. Living off of $3,000 a month in Sacramento, I wish. For me, yeah, no, that would be amazing. Yeah, anxiety. It's expensive. I mean, at this point, it is what it is, right? I mean, money comes in, and you never took equity out of your home? No, never. Dan would never. No. Dan's very, no, he would never do that. Because, his idea of retirement is, you can't really retire with a house payment and owing money, right? You have to retire when everything's paid off. So he would never take money out of the house unless it was necessary, like unless we didn't have the money to pay for, something that happened or whatever. Then you take it out. But no, he would never let me like take money out to remodel or anything like that. Hell no. Dan's always like, if you can't use cash for it, you don't do it, right? There's no point in getting in debt. Hi, Nikki. He's trying to like retire, right, comfortably. He doesn't want to feel pressure. He wants to be able to live. Yeah. So when you're close to retiring, I mean, there were years that I was like, I want new windows for my house, I love new windows here. It would cost probably $50,000 for me to get new windows, Let me just get a little home equity. He's like, fuck no, You can't pay cash for it. You don't get it. You don't get it. And we don't like make cash like that anymore, where back in the day, it would have been easy. Do we plan on selling? Teresa, if I had my way, I mean, this is our biggest investment, this house, right? This house is our biggest investment. So we're eventually going to have to sell, right? Eventually we're going to have to sell. Do I want to right now? No, I love my house. Does he want to? No. No. But managing it is very expensive. And I do a lot of the work now, right? There's going to be a point in time where I'm not going to be able to do it. So it's expensive, very expensive. Especially the property taxes here. I don't have a mortgage, but I have property taxes. So I should be saving every month for my property taxes. Because at the end of the year, eek. So that's where they get you. Property taxes is based on how much you bought the house for, right? And it goes up every year. I have 48 acres, but the house I rent out only sits on 2 acres, and those people are getting ready to be evicted because they're stupid ass idiots. Ugh, I hate that, Amy. I hate that you have to deal with that. Good morning, Saskatchewan. Treaty Fort territory. So, when people make assumptions, like they think they know everything, and it's like, I'm not afraid to tell you the reality of it. Do I still have cleaners? Fuck yeah. Will I keep the cleaners? Absolutely. Because I can't do it all. I'm getting old, and I just don't have the patience, even without Ed. I'm going to need to keep the cleaners. Yeah. But, I'm getting closer to having my kids off the payroll. I have probably 2 more years before the majority of my kids are off my payroll. So when they're off the payroll, they're paying for their insurance. I'll probably always pay for their phones, but, cause it's not that big of a deal, but, their car insurance, and I won't have to help them, right, with living and gas, and I pay gas on five cars, 4 cars now, but I pay gas for 4 cars. I pay car insurance. I still help some kids off, help them with groceries and bills or whatever. Yes. So when my kids are off of my payroll, hopefully I'll be able to save. I will be able to save. So there's that. Or just, lessen my costs. So I have about 2 more years for the big ones off. Yeah. Because Hannah will be married in a year. And once she's married, she's off completely, right? Off. And I told Jennifer once she passes the bar, I'll pay her car insurance and her, I pay tags. We have tags and all that. So once they're married, they're going to pay for their tags. They're going to pay for, their car insurance and everything. And they know it. They're lucky they've been able to keep it so long, because a long time ago I told them they graduate from undergrad and they were done. But so yeah, I got a while. My mom did that. My mom paid just my car insurance. And once I got married, once I graduated college, yeah. Do we have life insurance? Not anymore. Just ran out. Dan never bought term. Or what was it? Is it term life? And then there's something else. So one of the big ones just ran out. So no. 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 No more life insurance. Whole. Yeah. So whatever one it is, it ran out. Anyway. Yeah. So one of the terms, yeah. So anyway, it is what it is. No life insurance. Yeah, the multiple properties are a lot. I don't like it. But one of them is really self-sufficient, because one of it is a business. So we rented it as a lease. It's a lease. It's a business. So it's different. They're responsible for a lot of work. Yeah. Okay. Now you're depressing me with money. I was really upset about that when I learned about that, because it was our biggest one that ran out. No, because it's not affordable to move. You would have to move into an area that's more affordable. Yeah, you'd have to move into an area that's more affordable. So he's been coughing.
What?
He's been coughing a lot.
Because he's drinking coffee. He ate his cereal without coughing. It's only when he's drinking.
Yeah, well, he's got 2 scoops of that thickener in it.
I'm going on a walk. He's at the table. You can move him when he's done with the coffee.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave. Anyway. Bruh, spare change. Love you. Okay. Can we talk about Cheetos again? What's my budget on groceries? Oh my God. I probably spend $2,500 a month on groceries. Just groceries. That doesn't include Dan's out to eat, or if we go, out to eat or whatever. Probably $2,500. $2,500 to $3,000 a month on food. Some weeks I spend $400. Yeah. It's a lot. I mean, I feed 4 people in the South. I feed four people. I mean, and that's like, paper towels, once a month, toilet paper. I buy what I want within, plus animals, I buy a lot. Yeah. Hi Jihad, love you. Fruit, yeah, I buy a lot of fruit. Shit, I was spending like $100 a week at the fruit stand. Just the fruit stand, going back twice for strawberries and tomatoes and all those things. I was spending like $48 twice a week. It's expensive. Yeah. I feed myself. I feed Andrew, I feed Dan, and I feed Grandpa. Grandpa eats 3 meals a day. 3 full meals a day. I stay with Dan for money. Kyle, he doesn't make any money anymore. He made money 15 years ago. When we were married, I helped start his business with him. and took a couple years to get off his feet, and then he made a shit ton of money for many years. But we don't make that anymore. He doesn't make any money anymore. So, yes, that would be a false statement. Because we've been rich, we've been poor, and we're back to just whatever we have now, which is not much. I gotta go to the store, spent $400, put it away. Yes. I feed 15 cats. Yeah, I spent a lot of money on cat food too. Property taxes are fucking expensive on my house, this house. The other two houses aren't bad because they're more like fixed, but this one, it goes up. But I'm gonna, because property values have gone down. So I need to have them reassess, because if they reassess, they should see it's down. Yeah. So really, technically, I should be saving $1,000 a month for property taxes. So really, when people say you don't have a mortgage, no, but I kind of do. It's my property taxes. Oh, Jihad, thank you. How much do I earn from social media? Enough to pay the bills. Sometimes not enough to pay the bills. Does my son work? Yes, he works. Yeah. I feed my dad personally 3 meals too. I often wonder how you do it all. Yeah, 3 meals a day. 3 meals. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I go through a lot of cereal, bananas always, mostly milk. Between Dan and him, milk, a lot of milk. And milk's fucking $5 a gallon. Shit these days. So I buy 3 gallons probably of milk a week between Dan and Ed. Yeah. Snacks. You know, Dan eats a lot, especially in the midnight, during the night. Cheese is expensive. I mean, everything adds up. Yeah. I mean, cat food, dog food, pig food is easy. Diapers, chuck pads, diapers, pull-ups, chuck pads, that stuff, expensive, guys. Did Grandpa Ed have any capital put away? Yes. Not a lot. He's paying for his bills. Yeah. And for his caregivers. Grandpa's capital is dwindling quickly, and it is paying for his caregivers. Yeah. Nicotine, beer. Now he can't complain anymore because my wine bill has gone down. That's probably a couple $100 a month. I don't really know what Ed gets, you guys, because I don't have his money. Mark takes care of his money. We don't know. I just know, that money goes quick when you're paying for caregivers and you're not making enough and you have bills to pay. He's got a couple bills he's got to pay. Yeah. So we pay for a lot of things because we're trying to protect the capital in case we need more money to keep him going. People don't think we use our own money for Grandpa. We do. So it's like having a fourth kid. Yeah, even now I'm drinking Ensure. The Ensure. Yeah, I gotta buy the thickener because he's almost out of it. There's a lot of things. New clothes, new shoes. Not shoes anymore, but he needs new socks. He makes holes in his socks, so I need to order some new socks. His clothes eventually rip because we hold them up like this. And Dan just really holds him. And so I got to get him new clothes because everything rips. Oh, fuck. And sometimes different body expresses come out and you just throw them away because, just Dan and I, you guys, Dan and I pay $2,200 a month for health insurance. Our health insurance is $2,200 a month. I smell fire. Yeah, $2,200 a month for health insurance, just for Dan and I. We have a gate belt. We don't use it for that. Yeah, because we use it to strap him in. We just don't use it. I mean, it's uncomfortable to sit in a gate belt all day. It's also uncomfortable, and you know, it's just easier right now to use his clothes. Yeah. So we just do, you know, everybody bitches about a gate belt, you know? Yeah, but you know, it'd be easier if we can keep him in it and use it all the time, but we're not, and we're not always going to remember to put it on and to do that. Do you get your kids' health insurance? Yes. That's just for me and Dan. I also pay for my kids, not Jennifer. Jennifer pays for her own because she has a job. No, that's not included kids. I have them separate, and there's a reason why, right? Because they're going to school. Their insurance is cheap because of that. So no, I took them off my plan, and they're adults, and based on how many hours a week they work, it's prorated based on what they earn. So with that being said, theirs is really cheap. Yeah, theirs is really cheap. So I don't have to really worry much about them. Because but they're going to get health insurance like when Hannah graduates and gets married. Hopefully Justin can get a job and then put her on it, and so that way I can, you know, she'll be responsible for that. Yeah. So I drive a 6-year-old Subaru Outback. Very depressing, and especially because, like, you know, I want a new car. I can't afford a new car, you know. I can't do much right now, and cars are just super expensive. And you know, we're paying for a wedding, you know, I mean, it's a lot. We're not paying for the whole wedding, but, it's a good dent of money, you know, that, you know, I mean, I just paid cash for a wedding dress. Cha-ching! And I loved it, you know, I love it, you know. How's your arm feeling?
Bad.
You should take some Tylenol. I mean, I wish you could take ibuprofen, but you can't. I thought you weren't working today.
I am.
Well, I know, but I gotta get you some new shoes for work.
Mom suck.
What?
All moms are bad.
Yeah, well, I'll buy you some, like, black Vans or something.
Waterproof shoes.
Yeah. I was thinking about it. I'll get you something. So anyway. Andrew went to the ER yesterday because he hurt his shoulder playing jiu-jitsu. He does jiu-jitsu. And so he comes home every day, you know, with bruises and scrapes and shit. I mean, he's bruised. He looks bruised. He went to the ER, yeah. Because he couldn't get into, and he just went, and actually it was a quick visit, so they took an x-ray and it's just sprained. So his, you know, just, yeah, so poor Andrew, he's hurting. So he's going into work, he's going into work. Yeah, Andrew loves, but he's beat up every time. Dan was so upset, because, you know, you just don't want to see your kids hurt, but, like, they fight. I mean, they're fighting. They fight. My kid's bruised. I mean, he's got bruises on him. Like, he was showing me his bruise right here. I'm like, don't have him kick you in their kidneys, because you're going to hurt. My wife and I are so impressed with you. We're in the same situation. Oh, Jan, it hurts him. He's got like a scrape here. He's got bruise here. He loves it, though. But he's hurt. He can't. Yeah, so I guess he woke up yesterday morning and he's like, I can't move my arm. Like, I think he was really concerned he did something. So I was like, dude, you probably just sprained it. You know, give it a couple days. And he's like, I think I need to go to the doctor. Well, you heard. I was like, well, then go to the doctor. Dan's like, go to the ER! Get in there! Anyway. Yeah, it's fighting. What kind of career? Andrew's working at a car wash. Yeah, he just works at a car wash. He was going to school. I don't think he's going to go to school anymore. I really don't think so. He says he went to school last semester. I don't trust him. I don't think so. Hi, Icy. Icy's back. Is that a girl in your picture? I can't see. Is that just you by yourself? You know they're like tiny, tiny. He's working. I mean, he makes enough to like pay for his life. He did construction for a while, but he's no longer. I told him to go back to construction because it's his best friend's dad's company. And I think he would get promoted really quick. It's just me. No, I know you're not a girl, but it looks like there was somebody next to you that you cut out. And I think he would just get promoted, and it's a tough job, but eventually he'd probably be in a different position to where it's not so hard, and he'd have health insurance and all those things. Yes, Jessica, I'd probably be with that person too. I don't have glasses on, Icy, but I thought it was somebody. You made bail. He's back. Yeah, he's out. I don't know. Anyway, I gotta go. I got shit to do. I know, me too, Guax. I got wisteria. I've been out of my yard for 2 days, so I'm stressed out. I'm stressed out. I know, and get him in union, and that's what I was like. Do something. I want him to go into a trade school, like plumbing or something that AI is not going to take over. You know. Yes, school's not for him. I know it's not. All his friends have graduated, and they're all getting big boy jobs, and he's got to figure out what he wants to do with life. But he needs to figure it out. You know, he's still young. You know, he's floating. He's floating. Anyway, probably do a live. We didn't do a live. We didn't do a live last night because my daughter came over and I wanted to spend time with my daughter. Because it just doesn't happen as frequently, and I know plumbing is a great deal, and I just wanted to spend time with her. And her friend is amazing. I love her friend. Love her friends. And it was fun to just hang out with them. And I didn't drink. I kind of wanted one though. I wanted some wine. I'm really fighting the urge. I've had urges, but I'm really fighting it. One of these days I'm just gonna drink. So I don't know, but I kind of wanted a glass. But was I glad I did? And yeah, whatever. Jennifer said, don't get all high on money because you're not drinking. I guess I was giving her shit about something. Anyway, I do. I want it now and again. So, it helps me. And I love the taste. God, I love the taste. I want some. Anyway, all right. Well, love you. Have a good day. I'll see you guys tonight. Hopefully I don't get pissed off at my husband tonight. You never know. He can piss me off very easily. You guys know that. You guys know that. And I just, he pisses me off. Love you, Icy. Thanks for popping in. Anthony came in too. So anyway, it was fun. Men just piss you off. And you know what? I don't need to do it. Do I even like them? Sometimes. But not all the time, and that's okay. I don't like my kids all the time either. Y'all act like it's some weird thing. Like, do you even like your husband? Sometimes. But there's a lot of times I don't like him. Especially when he's being a dick, Right. Dick. We'll just use the word dick. I think dick sums it up. Don't be a dick. But he has been trying. For those of you who didn't hear, he did apologize from the other night. He did apologize. And I said, well, there was more than just one thing. And he said, can we just take this one, please? And just take that and just go with it. I'm starting to become more aware. And really, I have to remember, Richard Head, yeah. I really have to remember, I have to also appreciate the moments, the little moments, right? Because the little moments lead to bigger things and more awareness for him. No, I didn't give him a cookie. Or the cookie. Because I'm not going to reward him every time he does something that he should just normally do, right? Daisy. But what I'm telling you is, like, last night, we watched a movie. And it was nice. We cried together with the movie. It was horrible. And it was just nice cuddling in bed. You know what I mean? and 2 nights of doing what I wanted to do without having the expectation. And I think I'm probably like pushing it a little bit, because, like I just want to see how he reacts and respects. And yeah, so he's trying. And I do have to respect that. Is your marriage therapist your personal therapist? Yes. Yeah. And marriage isn't, you both cried? No, we didn't watch The Notebook. We watched something else that was just really sad. Um, and I have no idea. And it's so funny because normally we pick movies out, and if it's a sad one, normally Andrew does it. I mean, Andrew, you said it. And I'm like, great pick, Dan. So even last night, you watched The Blue Lagoon. That's sexual. I got up, I'm bawling my eyes out. I'm like, good pick, Dan. He's like, you picked it. I'm like, I know, I'm being facetious. I picked it. Fuck, we both cried. He started crying before me anyway, so whatever. Marriage is hard, period. And you know what? I'm a dick too. So, and I'm okay. I like being a dick sometimes because he deserves it. And sometimes I just want to be a dick for the sake of being a dick because it feels good sometimes, Sometimes I just want to be a dick. The movies is called Don't Say... What the fuck? I just had a brain fart. Don't say good luck. Don't say good luck. Is that it? Don't say good luck. Fuck, that was hard. My brain hurts. Don't say good luck. Yeah, don't say good luck. God damn, that's exhausting. Oh my God, was it horrible, Bobette, or was it horrible? But so good. Sunny Sandler did the best job, did she not? That was, that's Adam Sandler's daughter. Like, amazing. 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 So good. Oh my God. And then I was nauseous, and I didn't know if I was nauseous because of my emotions. God, it's horrible. It was horrible. And you're not a crier. If you want a good crying movie, watch Don't Say Good Luck. God, it's horrible. But cute horrible. But cute horrible. The Moose Walk. Oh, but cute horrible. But damn, I cried like a baby. My eyes were puffy this morning. Oh. Netflix. Drink it for me. My sister, yeah, that's my sister's keeper. Oh, it's hard. My counselor gets mad at me, right? And there's two sides of this not drinking thing. But my counselor gets mad at me because she's like, have the drink. Have the drink. But I won't do it. So it's not like, she's trying to teach me to be in the middle. And Danielle doesn't know how to do it. Danielle's either all the way here, and I think I would be disappointed in myself. And I don't know why, but it's self-harm. It's self-harm. I'm self-harming myself with not having it. It's punishment. It's the way I work. So she's trying to get me to have the drink. But I just can't. And I don't know why. And maybe one day it's going to be that first one. And I don't know. So I'm struggling with that. It's not that I can't drink. I've done this to myself, right? Yeah. But since Mom found out about cancer, I cry every day. Then if you watch this movie, you're going to cry. It's horrible. It's horrible for that. It's control. Yeah. It's self-harm. Yeah. For me, it's a self-harm. Danielle doesn't know how to pleasure herself. Not sexually, but yeah, I self-banned myself is really what I did. Because I take things away from me for punishment. Like anorexia, it was control and punishment, right? When you don't eat, you're punishing yourself. You're not, and so I think I went from one extreme to the other. So now, the medication thing has made me more aware of certain things. And it's it's weird. I don't know. It's just I'm punishing myself. So she gets mad at me because that's what I do. She's like, you're following the same, even though it's healthy, potentially it could lead, it's healthier, right? But it's not healthy mentally, right? So it's a very, very complicated situation. So she's trying to break through those for me. And she's like, it doesn't make sense. You're just self-sabotaging yourself, You're self-harming. It's no different than cutting, what I'm doing. So it's really hard. Restoring joy. Yeah. I'm not an SSRI. I'm an SSRNI or something. Yes, restricting joy because I'm not allowed to be happy. Yeah, it's a self-punishment. Self-harm. Self-punishment. If you're punishing yourself, it's harm. It's harm to your mental state or whatever. Do I have cancer? I hope not. Anyway, so my counselor always gets mad at me because she's like, how's the drinking? And I'm like, well, how's the noise? She asks for the noise. She actually doesn't ask. I tell her. So by telling her is telling her that there's more problems. Now, if it was a healthier way of not drinking, right? If it was a healthier response for not drinking, not a control thing or whatever, then it would be different. But it's not healthy the way I'm doing it and why I'm doing it. Fibromyalgia can cause emotional numbness, I know personally. No different than cutting, huh? I don't agree. I work with girls that did that. It was gut-wrenching. You have to realize, Laura, that it's self-harm, whether it's physically seen or not. That's what people, they want to see. Like, I posted something that says, well, you don't look, like you're depressed, or you don't look like you have anxiety. You don't look like you have a mental illness. Well, because I'm not wearing it outside doesn't mean I'm suffering. Those people are just choosing to show it in different ways. I'm cutting myself in various ways inside. Just because I'm not showing it on the outside doesn't mean I'm not doing it on the inside. And that's what it is. People say, well, I don't agree with that. Because they're physically creating harm. But I'm also physically creating harm inside, mentally. It's the same fucking thing. It's the same fucking thing. It's emotional. When you cut, you want to feel pain. You want that pain to be louder than everything else you're experiencing. I just keep it to myself. I cut myself internally because I'm not allowed, or because I have pain, and because I don't deal with my pain, my sadness, my hurt. I do other things internally to make up for that so I don't feel. No different than cutting. No different. It's all based on early childhood trauma. 155,000%. Now that I'm feeling safer in my healing, right? I'm still fucked up. I'm still mad because I gained weight. Internally, I'm fucking myself up. So the things I used to allow myself to do were the things that made me feel better, right? Made me feel happier. Instead, I'm forcing myself to feel the pain. No different. The pain was there whether I chose to numb it or not. But now that I'm not doing it, the pain is harder to cope with. But I don't know any other way. So I harm myself in different ways. I harm. I self-harm. Internally, not externally. And I can tell you right now, I'm beating myself up for food. And certain other things. And the alcohol, right, is a self-punishment. Do I feel physical pain? Nancy, yes. My body, fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia is the antithesis of feeling your pain. And the days she doesn't cut, she picks her skin. Yeah, and it's also it could be an anxious thing too, right? Picking, OCD. You know, those things. Like if you saw me the other day, you know, my body gives other ways of like stress. Like I had a pimple in my ear, and the whole life I could not stop picking at that pimple. You know, it's kind of probably kind of the same thing, right? It's that obsession, like with something that you can't. It's a type of anxiety. You know, I couldn't let it go. But I'm punishing myself, right, in different ways. And alcohol, I think, and that's what I said to my counselor. I said, I want to choose not to drink because I want to choose it because it makes me feel better or it helps me, whatever. I don't want it to be self-harm. I don't want it to be used as a punishment because, you know, because that's the way my body works, my brain works, right? And that's where it's unhealthy, right? That's where it becomes unhealthy, is because I'm very obsessed, right? And it's still loud, right? The fucking alcohol things are still loud, but that shows you the food shit is also, and it's a sense of control too. You know, it shows me that I can control things because I can't control my environment, right? So it's also, there's a lot that goes into that self-harming, right? That sound is shit. Like a mosquito bite. Yeah. You lose control. Hi, Chessie. So, you know, there's a lot of things. My life, unpacking all this shit has made it more painful, right? And when you unpack, you have to cope and deal and categorize it in the ways in which you can deal. You can still have the emotions about it, but you don't want to carry it. I do feel clearer, right? And that's why I don't say it's the alcohol. I don't think it's the alcohol that's clearing. I think the alcohol in retrospect is making me feel more pain because somehow I feel like that's what I need to cope because I've always needed it. My life has always been so difficult in so many different ways that I've just been on here way too long. I don't want to talk about it, but you know, it's, and I'm not afraid. I love talking about it because talking about it is healing. Talking about it is healing. And through talking, sometimes you recognize things that you're still unpacking. So I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's very healing, and it is like counseling. When you keep it all inside, it just bottles up, and then you get fibromyalgia. But speaking about it and talking about it, and that's what I'm trying to do for you guys, is talking about it. I'm not intimidated. I'm not insecure about doing it. I think it's wonderful. And if I can help other people doing things or helping them like see themselves or figure out that they also want to do this path, then I'm doing my job. You know, I say the things that people are too afraid to say. And I was that person too. I'm in therapy. And I'm going to continue with my therapist because I love her. And I think she's gotten me really far. And I'm happy with it. But it doesn't change overnight, right? And I don't have patience. And I expect, I'm impulsive. Like, so I want it to be fixed, right? I want to be able to have a drink here and there and not worry about falling into the same patterns, right? I'm scared of patterns. I'm scared of being versions of myself that I didn't necessarily like. I'm scared of the future. I'm scared of losing my identity. I'm scared of changing my identity. You know, I'm scared of myself. Because I've never been able to be like this, right? I've never been able to be transparent because people don't know me as transparent. I don't even know myself. I mean, I've always been a level of transparency, but I've hidden so much from people, like my struggle with eating, my struggle with drinking now. You know, drinking has been such a part of my life for the last 20 years since my mom died. And it got progressively worse, right, over time. And it happens to people. You just get in this rut, and you know, you come up with excuses or whatever you want to call it, or feelings of grandeur. You know, like I like it. I like it. I love it. You know, I love someone you go. My book writer was like, Danielle, I am so sorry, and she was apologizing. She goes, I bought you a shirt. It reminded me of you. It has to do with wine, and I know you're not drinking it. I still get bottles of wine. People still give me bottles of wine. I'm not saying I'm never going to drink again. I just need to have a healthy relationship with myself and alcohol before I'm allowing myself to do it. And I don't think I'm healthy enough. And I don't think the alcohol, I'm using the alcohol, I'm scared. And so I'm telling myself that I'm not drinking until I feel healthier. But it doesn't go along with my restrictive tendencies, right? So again, that self-sabotage is there whether I'm drinking or not. Get it? I'm still sabotaging myself. I'm still hurting myself if I'm drinking or not. So until I can figure it out, I'm like, I don't want to do it. But I want to, but I don't want to do it. And that's where my counselor is having a hard time, because it's still that, you know, see what I mean? I'm here or I'm here. I'm never here, ever. And all I know is to try to control the things that I can to make myself feel safe. For some reason, it makes me feel safe, you know? And we're trying to work through that. We're trying to change that mental, you know, block. And it is, it's mental. It's mental illness, you know. We traumatize ourselves with things, you know. And so I'm telling myself now, like, nope, even though you want, like my friend wanted me to taste her beer yesterday. She's like, just taste it, it's pineapple. And I was like, no. And then I was like, no, I'm going to taste it. So I tasted her beer. And I'm like, all right, like, I probably could drink one small one, but not a whole one, you know. I tasted it because that was like the first tape, like trying to get, like, I'm not an alcoholic, right? I'm restricting myself for whatever my mental brain wants me to do. So I'm like, no, the first step is I'm going to taste it. Let me taste it. I'll taste it. Just taste it. And normally I'm like, no, I'm good. But then I was like, you know what? I'm going to taste it. Did I want one? No. Because really, the non-alcoholics feel the same to me. Do I miss the buzz? Oh, God, I need a buzz. I want a buzz so bad. I'm missing something. And I'm looking at nicotine now because I just want something. I don't like the T to the H to the C. I don't like the gummies. I don't like anything. I've tried it all. I want something. I want a vape. Oh, God, I love those flavored vapes. But I can't because Danielle doesn't know how to, right? Danielle's all or nothing. God, they're so damn good. The block ones. Oh, I'd be puffing on that thing all day. You know, I need a new drug. I need a new drug. Want one that doesn't make me sick. Want one that doesn't cost too much or make my whatever, Zins. Zins, my daughter had Zins in her car. They were 3 milligram. And I was like, oh, I want that so bad. And then I was just scared because I was like, I'm not drinking. It's going to make me sick. You know, it's going to make me sick. I know. And girl, Wildflower, it's a habit because I know I'll be sucking on that shit. And really, it doesn't hit the same when you keep doing it, you know? I almost got one the other day and I was like, no, you know? Um, so I didn't do the Zen. I wanted to because I was afraid. All day long, Wildflower. And I know, again, right, it would be like stuck to my mouth. And I really don't want to do that. Mojito. I liked, I had this blueberry raz one. Stop it. So good. So here's a funny ha ha ha. So my daughter, there's these Japanese cigarettes, like have 1 milligram of, you know, whatever. I just can't. I was like, no, not gonna do it. I just go, nope. So her friend was like, I got something for you. She's like, I'll bring them tomorrow. And they're mints. They're like 2 milligram mints. She said they're great. I'm like, I'm gonna try them. I'm gonna try it. She's like, just don't chew it. I'm so jealous. God, I love it. Vape, Casino, Sauvignon Blanc. The alcohol makes me more impulsive, right? The alcohol, like I would lose more money, you know, your inhibitions go down. You're doing strawberry? Damn. Oh, that tasted so good. So bad. So I told her, I said, I'll try the mint. She goes, I'm not going to use them anymore. I was on a caffeine. I do caffeine a lot. Grape. I had a grape one in Vegas. It was so good. God. You guys, I gotta go work. I want nicotine, and the nicotine craving is so high right now. And it is. I'm impulsive, right? Grape Nerds. Oh, remember the grape Hubba Bubba, the grape Bubblicious? Oh, no, grape Bubblicious, yo. Grape Bubblicious. Oh, y'all, that would taste so good. Dopamine. Yeah, it's the dopamine, 100%. Wow, God. Remember the Bubblicious? God, I used to chomp on that shit. They don't even make it anymore. They make the Big League Chew grape. So good. Yeah. I want something. I need something. I need something to pacify me. I do run. I just ran. Ugh. The Bubblicious. I bought bubble gum the other day, too. God, good. But I wanted a Zen so good. I wanted a Zen. I don't get runner's high anymore. Do they have banana vapes? Stop it. Carrot sticks. Blech. Damn it. This is all I got. I got no vice, people. I know. I want to vape. I want to vape. Mommy. I told Dan too. I was like, God, I want to vape so bad. He's like, what do you want to vape? Nothing you would like me to vape. I remember for a while after Vegas, I took it home with me. I took the vape. And I'd be like this. So Dan wouldn't see. I kept it for a while, and then I was like, I can't do this. I was taking it with me in the morning time. I was puffing on it. I can't. It's bad. I wouldn't. It's the thing. It's all or nothing. Like, I'd either not do it or do it all, you know? I've published since my pitching days. Oh, pitching days. How long? I always forget my nose is pierced. Yeah, I forget. A long time. I don't even remember. I did. I would go on date nights back in the day when I was drinking and stuff. And I'd go in the bathroom, or I'd just like put it in your bra. Fuck. Oh, I want to vape. Damn it. Do I get a UTI? No. I've never had a UTI ever in my life. Never had a UTI. Spirits. You saw spirits. No, I want to drink sometime. I just need to be a big girl. The vape flavor of choice. Don't be sending me one. Don't be sending. It's not natural. Girl. You microdose? I'm too afraid. I know microdosing is a thing, and it just scares me. The last one was this raspberry ice. Raz something. God! You self-cath. Now I want to vape really bad. I hope she remembers to bring her. Their cars are here because they Ubered. Actually, they had Andrew drop them off. Jennifer's really close friend lives down the street from me. So Andrew dropped them off. And so they're going to have to come. I hope she remembers. I hope she remembers. Oh my God, look at our thumbs up. Wow. I hope she remembers because I need something. I need something. I really want to vape though. I can't. I got to do yard work. You guys are talking to me. Stop talking to me. I didn't even do. Try the low dose mints. No, I don't want THC. I just don't like the effect of that. Mushrooms, no, too scared. The movie was Don't Say Good Luck. Don't Say Good Luck. Who was watching Ed? Himself? Ba-dum-bum. Ta-ta for now. Yeah, I gotta fucking get busy. Fucking wisterias everywhere. I have, literally, Dan has Zins, or Andrews has Zins. I mean, I have pouches all around me if I wanted to. I have pouches everywhere. Dan's even coming back. I gotta go. Fuck. Bye. Shit. I need nicotine. I could do it if I wanted to. I just choose not to. Because I know once I start, I'm afraid. And I really, Zins, like those pouches make me so dizzy. And then I'm going to vomit. You know what I mean? I don't want to vomit. I don't want to vomit. Because, you know, if you've ever done those pouches or like a big wad of chew, you know, if you're not drinking, man, that shit swills up. Your mouth starts salivating, and then you start upchucking. No, I can't do that shit. Shit, I want to vape. Oh, you guys pissed me off today. Anyway, look at Ed. Oh, he's managed to watch himself. Check that out. What? Anyway, okay, I gotta go. I gotta go dream about nicotine and Sauvignon Blanc. All right, love you, bye.